G'day Tim, hey everyone else, and welcome back to For Running Shoes, the show here on YouTube where myself and Tim, we document our running progress. And if you've been following us for the last month or so, I haven't run because I'm injured. My right foot has been causing me some issues. It's not causing me any pain right now, but when I move it in certain ways, and especially directly after exercise, it is quite uncomfortable and painful, and I've seen a doctor. I have an x-ray and ultrasound booked for later this week, so next week hopefully I'll have some more answers for you. So in this video I'm going to be talking about what I've been doing exercise wise while I've not been able to run. I've been trying to do daily walks, though I am realizing that if I walk too hard, like just a faster pace, or if I take myself further, then I am aggravating my sore foot, which is not ideal. So I went for a few longer walks over the weekend. I got swooped by a magpie for the first time in the season, and my foot was quite sore after that. So I'm really trying to pull back even on the walking at the moment, and really trying to not put too much weight on that foot. So what am I doing? What else can I do? What can I do to maintain my fitness while I can't really use my legs? So I wanted to do kind of like a top 3 video. These are not things that I've necessarily been able to do because we're in COVID lockdown. So there's some things that aren't working for me at the moment, but some things which might be able to be helpful for you, especially if you're in a place where the things are doing reasonably well, or if you're watching this in the future. Why do we want to find something that's not running while we are injured? Well, when we're running, we are really developing our cardio fitness. There's other things going on as well, but cardio, so our heart, its ability to oxygenate the body efficiently, that's really something which is important when we are running. And cardiovascular fitness, we can continue to improve it, continue to improve how our muscles, how our body uses oxygen, how efficiently it uses that, but it needs to be maintained. And if it's not maintained, it's really easy to lose those cardiovascular fitness gains. And I'm already aware that it's going to be harder for me to get back into running now that I've been off for about a month nursing this injury, because I haven't been able to push myself in the same way that I would usually do. So it is really important to have something to be able to maintain some kind of cardiovascular fitness, so that we're not starting right from square one, cardio-wise, when we get back into running. So I've been doing yoga, which is not especially focusing on cardio. There's a little bit, depending on what you do. That's really been one of the only forms of exercises that I've been able to do in the last few weeks, just due to not being able to go to places and do things that I would otherwise be able to do if I wasn't able to use my legs very much. So I have been doing yoga, and that's been really good. I've been enjoying it. It's been nice to focus on my breathing. I'm not going to give you a demonstration now because that's going to be extremely unhelpful. I've been doing a lot of yoga with Adrian, and that's been really great. So I've been working on strengthening my muscles, my legs, my core, my arms, and I'm already noticing that I'm more flexible, which I think that's something that I'll continue even when I am running again. I think that's going to be good for just improving the strength of my muscles, my joints, which will in turn help to prevent injury and make me a better runner. And now I'm going to move on to the 3 kind of exercises that I'd love to be doing if it were more appropriate. Now, before I go any further, I do want to say that if you are injured, it's important to consult with your doctor before you do any of these activities, because some of these might aggravate whatever injury it is that you're dealing with. So, for example, the first one is cycling. Now, you need a bike for this, and I do have a bike, but because of the injury that I have, I am a little bit hesitant to do that because I think it's still going to be putting pressure on that part of the foot, that part of the ankle, and so I've not been cycling. But generally, cycling is a great activity. It's a lot lower impact, so because you're not bouncing up and down on the ground, your joints are not absorbing that. And so any of those impact injuries are much less likely to occur. And if you do have one of those kinds of injuries, it's going to be less likely to be aggravated. You're still getting a great cardio workout, and you're developing a lot of those muscles as well still. The second one, and this is something which I'd love to be doing outside of COVID lockdowns, but the pools at the moment are shut, that's swimming. Swimming is another brilliant, low impact but still high cardio load activity. You are really using your muscles, but the actual impact on them from the environment around you is extremely minimal. The water is really excellent at supporting you. Essentially, you don't have any shock to your joints, your muscles. If you do have specific muscle injuries, that might be a problem. Again, that's something to consult with your doctor. But overall, if you've got a joint problem, swimming is a great one. And the last one, and hopefully in the next few weeks as Victoria starts to roll back its restrictions, it's kayaking or rowing. Now at the moment, kayaking is not a recommended activity, so I haven't been doing it, but in a few weeks' time I'm hoping that that'll be more accessible. You do need to have access to the right paraphernalia to be kayaking or rowing. But I fortunately do have a kayak and I quite enjoy kayaking, so I might be able to take that out to the lake, and it is a great workout. You barely use your legs, you know, that you got to load the kayak into the water and carry it out. But other than that, very little, almost nothing compared to running. It's all upper body and core, which, because of the motion that you're using, lots of cardio development there, which is exactly what we want to be doing. But for me, in this strange season that we find ourselves in 2020, there's not a lot of options for me. So I'll continue to do yoga. I'll continue to do those other exercises that I talked about a few weeks ago, and I'll continue to go for gentle walks. I'll have my X-ray and ultrasound later this week. I'll see my GP a few days after that to discuss the results, and hopefully I'll be able to report back to you next week with plans for further recovery. Tim, thank you for sharing with us your new shoes. It reminds me that I need to get myself a new pair. I bought them a while ago. I think I'm probably over, I don't actually remember when, and I don't know how far I've run since then. So I think I'm well and truly due for a new pair. That probably doesn't help my foot either. So maybe in a couple of weeks' time, I'll get onto that. I'm really hoping that you can make your 40 kilometers this week. I'm looking forward to hearing from you on Thursday. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, you found it helpful, and I'm hoping that I'll have some better news for you next Tuesday. So I will see you then. You'll see Tim on Thursday. Thank you once again for watching, and take care.